Have you ever noticed how just hearing the word vacation instantly changes your mood? It's like a magic switch in our brain that replaces stress with excitement. Vacations are not just trips. They're little chapters in our life story, filled with colors, laughter, and moments we never forget. Today, I want to take you on a journey. A mix of a personal story, beautiful moments, and the magic that makes vacations so lovable. Let's rewind to last summer. Life had been a non-stop race. Deadlines, daily chores, and routines that made every day feel the same. I was tired, drained, and badly needed a break. One evening, while sipping tea, I made a spontaneous decision. I'm going on vacation. No overthinking, no long planning, just a promise to give myself a few days of peace. I booked a trip to a small coastal town I had never been to before. No big tourist crowds, no noise, just the promise of ocean waves, fresh air, and quiet streets. The moment my train left the city, I felt lighter. The landscape outside the window began to change. Tall buildings turned into open fields, busy roads into winding paths lined with palm trees. It felt like my stress was slowly disappearing with every passing mile. When I arrived, the smell of salt in the air and the gentle sound of waves welcomed me. I checked into a small guest house run by a kind elderly couple. The place wasn't fancy, but it had a balcony overlooking the sea, and honestly, that view was worth more than any luxury hotel. The first morning I woke up naturally. No alarm clock. The golden sunrise was spilling into my room, and the ocean looked like a sparkling sheet of diamonds. I made myself a cup of tea and just sat there, listening to the waves. That moment alone was worth the trip. Later that morning, I decided to take a long walk along the beach. The sand was soft and cool, and tiny seashells sparkled like treasures. I saw fishermen returning with their morning catch, children chasing waves, and tourists taking pictures that would later become memories. One afternoon, I went exploring in the town's narrow streets. At some point, I got completely lost, but that mistake turned into one of the best parts of my trip. I stumbled upon a small bakery hidden in an alley. The smell of freshly baked bread was irresistible. Inside, the owner, a sweet elderly woman, greeted me with a warm smile and insisted I try her homemade coconut cake. That cake was heaven, sweet, soft, and unlike anything I had tasted before. Another day, I joined a local fisherman who offered boat rides. We sailed into the deep blue water, surrounded by nothing but sea and sky. He told me stories about the town's history, the struggles during storms, and how every wave has a story of its own. It was peaceful, humbling, and unforgettable. Evenings in that town were pure magic. The sunsets there didn't just paint the sky, they painted your heart. The horizon would glow with shades of orange, pink, and purple, while the sound of waves created a natural soundtrack. One night, I sat on the beach under the stars. The sea reflected tiny specks of light. And I realized how small our daily worries really are compared to the vast beauty of the world. Did you know that studies show vacations actually boost your happiness for weeks even after you return? That's because our brain loves novelty, new sights, new experiences, and new smells. Vacations also strengthen relationships. Spending uninterrupted time with loved ones creates memories that bring you closer together. That trip may have only lasted a week, but the peace I felt stayed with me for months. Vacations remind us that life is not just about rushing through tasks. It's about slowing down, breathing deeply, and soaking in the beauty around us. And now I'll ask you this. If you could pack your bags right now, where would you go? Because maybe, just maybe, your next unforgettable memory is waiting there.